What is up, everyone? So, trans back out of the coop. Yes, you guys have seen that many times. It has been a experience, but today the correct parts to get this thing back in order, back together, operating correctly, because we figured it all out. Because you guys remember we talked about it last week. Maybe it was early this week. I don't know. My whole timeline's messed up. But so today we're gonna actually get this thing back together. But I want to get together today because there's a drift event this weekend that I don't want to miss because I need seat time. So, to make up for it, we're gonna do a little bit of a talkie video.
A little bit of a talkie video. We'll talk about this too if it works, right? Yeah.
It's good. Good kit, good trans, good car. Everything's great. But I have some really awesome parts I want to show you guys before they go to paint. I haven't opened them yet, and I want to open them on camera because honestly, I'm really excited for it. But before we get into it, we have to do it. It's part of the whole experience. I don't want to show it down your guys' face, but today, as you guys watch this video, we officially did a new merch drop. This is a merch plug. It's part of the process. So we have 2 new shirts, 3 new keychains. 2 shirts, 3 keychains.
3 decals.
3 decals?
Correct.
Damn.
Yeah.
We don't sleep.
No.
3 keychains. We got blue, red, black with the yellow stitching. Honestly, I love these things so much. I really don't like... Whoa. You just dropped all of those, huh? Yeah. Oh, man. I really don't like lanyards. They're long, they're obnoxious. I trip on them.
They get caught on your door handle.
They get caught on your door handle. You rip them out of your ignition. And these are kind of like the best of both worlds, where you kind of get that, like, grasp of a lanyard, but the... What am I saying? I don't know. These are awesome. I love them. Love the colors. Big fan. So, t-shirt. 1, the Oaks Garage Everything is Great theme right here. As you could tell, we have an S15 kind of sinking to a portal, but it's all right. A little skeleton dude. Everything is great. I love this one. We've never really done much with green, and I really like the color on this, and loopy, those two, right? And to back it up, we have the O with the green stroke, and then the greenhouse logo. I wish we made more of these. So this is probably one of the smallest batches we've done, but this is kind of just like a mid-drop. There's like a mid-drop, so we don't have many of them. So if you guys like the green and you like the design, hop below, shop Jimmy O, grab a slime O.
12 p.m.
12, no, that's when the video drops.
When the video's up.
When the video drops.
12:30. So 12 p.m.
And then, of course, every time we do a drop, we do matching decals. Boom. Love that.
I saw the comments, and I had a classic design with a hint of slime, and they corrected me. They said classic design with a hint of lime. I like that.
So I wanted to wait until everything was painted to show you guys and put it on, but honestly I'm too excited. I want to open it, and I want you guys to see what we have in the works for this thing. So obviously, as you guys know, this car has been like the dream for so long. And once I finally had the opportunity to buy this car, I went a little crazy on parts, to be honest. This combo of parts right here is, it's pretty typical, but it works, and this is just what I wanted, all right? So,
Hello? Ganny, are you there?
The first thing we got is Gannon doors. Of course, you guys know this is just typical of me. It's my style. I'm going with it. They do so, I say this for every car, they do so much for the damn car. FDs have like the door mount style mirror, which I like these mirrors. I think they're really like playful, and they match the, what was that?
They're like fitting.
They're fitting for the car, but the Gannon doors, like, they like tighten up the chassis. Makes it look like an A-pillar mount mirror. It's good. It's really good.
I've seen people with the fender
mirrors.
Those are kind of cool too, yeah.
Not my vibe, but it's a vibe.
No doubt.
It's really funny though, because they came in yellow, right? I don't know what color this is, but this isn't sunburst.
Fufu yellow. Car that whole color would be cool.
I go crazy,
Yeah.
but it's just kind of funny. Very fragile, very nervous.
Very careful. I'm excited to see what you have. I don't even know what all of this is.
Good.
I know of a few things, but
I just hope nothing's damaged. So, first piece of the puzzle. You see? Can you guess what these are right now?
Nice throw.
Check it out. I'm usually not a big carbon guy, but I just felt like it was right. Instead of getting side skirt for this thing, I decided to get side splitters or side skirt extensions, whatever you want to call them. OEM side skirts for this thing look really good, but they're like made of this crazy foam material and they didn't age well and they're really hard to find and it's honestly not worth it. So I decided for now to do this, right? So Steve, grab that front for me. Damn. On the yellow, like I usually don't like carbon, but on the yellow,
It's gonna look good.
that goes crazy. So this just kind of helps make the center a little bit more body look and match the like front lip aesthetic because the front lip is so much lower than everything else. So
Styling.
that's gonna look so good. I know you can't. I know it's dark on camera, but carbon on yellow goes so crazy. So what's in this box is the one piece of the car that I knew I needed no matter what. No matter with what side skirts, bumpers, whatever I went with, this was the defining piece of the puzzle.
V1.
V1.
Had to run it.
Had to run it. And so this was actually part of the deal. LZ bought this and he threw this in because he knew how badly I wanted it and he had a set price and I tried to lowball him and this was his compromise.
He sent it in the most flimsiest box you could find around the country.
It was part of the plan all around.
It was part of the plan all along. So the only nerve-wracking thing is LZ bought this and never opened it. So this isn't LZ's fault. So this has just been sitting around the compound for 2 years.
Imagine it's not even the right thing.
Yeah, literally.
A razor scooter in here.
Dude, I'm so nervous. Because if this thing's broken, oh my God, it's not gonna be good.
Oh, it's breaker.
Ooh, a box,
Box
in a box?
inside a box. I'm liking
Love
that.
that. I love
Feeling
that.
a little.
It's valid.
Okay, now I'm feeling a hell of a lot better looking at this.
Alright.
Oh, this thing's heavy, dude. Holy shit. That's how you know it's good, because it's heavy.
OEM.
I think it is.
Oh.
Is it literally
man.
brand new?
Look at that.
There's no way.
I was expecting this thing to be like red or something. or
Yeah,
like-
yeah, and like spray painted 3
Yeah.
times, like most old Japanese parts. I could not believe LZ threw this in with the deal. Like, I appreciate him so much for doing so. So LZ, if you're somehow watching this, thank you so much for this. Like, this was,
If you take the time to watch the little guys, thanks, bud.
this is like amazing. Like, obviously the car is one thing, and then just like another piece of the puzzle that just is so hard to find, especially something that, especially a hard piece to justify the price of usually, right? These things are stupid expensive.
We're bringing it over?
Yeah, let's bring it over. Dude, this thing's so perfect. It's gonna be so beautiful on this car. Obviously, we gotta paint it, but OEM 99 spec spoiler, and you guys are probably wondering what the hell 99 spec is. So, in Japan, they made a lot of these cars for a really long time, right? They made the FD from like, I think it was 92 to 02, which is crazy, because we only got them till, I think, 96. I mean, there was a time that you could buy an S13, you could buy S13, S14, S15 all at the same time. Because in Japan, their production dates are just way longer for a lot of these cars. And so, to keep it all fresh, in 99, they did like a facelift FD, right? We'll call it a Koki FD, right? And so this was one of the optional parts on that Koki FD, which they didn't make a ton of, right? So for a long time, you could buy these things brand new OEM and it wasn't a big deal. But now they discontinued them, really hard to get. And it's just one of those pieces that I absolutely love. So we got it. Hyped. The final piece of the recipe, I bet Steve can guess what this is and he has no idea what it actually is.
Hold up. So we're not doing skirts. It's a lip. New lip.
New lip. It's a whole ass bumper, baby.
Front or rear?
Front. Here, you know what? Ready? We're gonna do this. Okay. Out of the box. So check this out. If it wasn't super obvious, you guys know I'm a huge fan of OEM Aero. We always say it. Whatever they were doing in the 90s, they all killed it.
Bring those guys back.
Bring those guys back, because there's not a lot of OEM Aero from the 90s that's like trash. It's all pretty fire, right? Yeah. All right. I'm happy you agree. For this car, obviously, more OEM Aero T-Bone. One, a brand new rebar. You like that? Fancy, brand new from Mazda. How crazy is that? Cool. So this is like the crash bar, right? The rebar, or the bumper support.
Plastica.
And then to go on that is a brand new 99 spec from front bumper. Crazy. You could still buy this new. That's what's nice about this part. Still buy this thing new. So, well, it's nice. It's primer, so now it needs like a nice, you know, scuff, seal, and shoot. Easy. Doesn't need crazy body work because it's been on 14 different cars, brand new in the box. So they're similar, which is cool, right? But what's really awesome about this front bumper is it makes the car look 10 years newer, right? Obviously, the design is for a car almost 10 years newer, but of course, to go with that is a brand new front lip. You can still buy these new, which is nice.
OEM.
OEM. That's it.
Oh, wow.
That's what's sick about it. It's just OEM aero.
Two-piece.
Two-piece front lip.
Do you mold them?
No, they just slip together.
It doesn't. You don't see the seam.
Do they just kind of lock into each other, and you don't really notice it? Even that lip's two-piece. You ever notice that?
No.
Yeah, go check it out.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, see? You don't really notice it. Oh, that's the combo. 99 spec front end. Got all the pieces to make it work. Feed side skirts and a 99 spec rear spoiler and some candies. That's it.
That's the combination.
Then we gotta do the whole thing, BC coils and wheels. That's obviously step number one, but we don't have wheels yet, so.
Do we know where we're going?
For wheels?
Yeah, I think I know where we're going.
You know what we're going with for wheels? I don't even know what we're going with.
I think I know. I'm gonna talk to you off camera.
Yeah.
I got the recipe. Bon appetit.
I guess Steve's got some wheels in mind for this thing, but dude, I can't wait to just make this thing feel like mine, right? I feel like you gotta do a couple mods at least to make it feel like your own car and feel like you earned it. And well, we're in the work. So parts getting dropped off the paint tonight, and hopefully we'll get them back pretty quickly, and we'll get this thing looking completely different, and it's gonna be absolutely amazing. But for now, package came in, we can get the coupe together. You see a T-Bone Fish Racing. This is the piece that we needed to get the coupe working properly. So if you guys didn't watch the video where I explained what happened with the whole coupe transmission adapter setup. So after all this, we found out that the clutch kit that I got for my CD09 was actually too small, right? It was incompatible, let's say it that way. So this kit uses a 350Z clutch, right? So what you do is you get a 350Z clutch that's strong enough to hold up for your power setup, bolts on their flywheel, boom, all works, right? The biggest issue is not every single clutch kit has the same thickness, right? My clutch kit happened to be extremely thin. So it caused the throwout bearing or the internal sleeve to have to overextend to actually release it. You only have so much room on those internal sleeve cylinders, and it was causing it to actually overextend and obviously pop out and not even have enough engagement to really disengage the clutch. So it sounds like a really simple issue, but we had a little miscommunication because the guys thought I was on an action clutch because I put an action on literally everything. Everyone knows that. But for this car, we had to throw a comp clutch in it because we actually had one around and we needed to get the car together like that day because we were in a rush. So to make it all happen, they actually had a clutch. Oh,
Henry's. Those are Canadian candies.
These look delicious.
Wow.
They are dope.
Sorry, I love this.
Yeah,
shout out to the boys for Canadian candies. So shout out to the boys at Fish Racing. They got me hooked up with an ACT clutch. It is the complete proper known fitment of clutch that we need for this setup, and it's good for my power levels. So they sent this out to get me back on the road so we can get this thing drifting this weekend. More candy. Oh, these are my favorite, dude. These are my favorite. Fish boys, we love you. Thank you so much. Let's get this clutch in and get this car back together. You guys have seen us do this so many damn times.
We're back in the tunnel.
You guys have seen us do this twice already. Then we put a CD on the SR. Now we still have to do a clutch in the 350Z. I am plagued with CD09s this month.
Clutch season.
Big yellow guy. There we go. Look at that, Steve. You know, it makes my heart happy knowing there's a yellow clutch in here.
Not that anyone will see it.
We'll see it, Steve. In my nightmares. This thing's so fucking heavy, bro. We're good at taking this thing on and off, but it's still fucking so heavy.
I thought you were supposed to have the front.
Yeah. Well, dropped it. Oh, ow, my finger, that hurt so bad. All right, pick the rear up. Start shaking it. Pick it up. Come on.
Come on, dude.
You need to go higher than that. Okay, right there, right there. And we're
Nice.
in. And we're in. That's it. You guys got that?
Yep.
Sick. Crush my thumb. All right, throughout this process, I've learned that Ant's biggest pet peeve is pumping gear oil into a transmission. So he made me order this.
big Mayo
It's
pumper.
gonna be great. If this thing lets me down, I'm gonna be kind of mad.
You got the big, look at it, you could pump a whole gallon, you could pump a whole gas tank worth of gas into a car.
I thought that was a mayonnaise jar when I came in.
It's a lot of mayonnaise. I'm not wasting $70 worth of gear oil.
All right.
Give it a shot. Shut up, DJ.
No, man. He's
What? Ooh! No way.
That's fire.
That thing's zooming.
Keep pumping, Jim.
I think it's going.
It's gonna.
Is there a minimum level?
Oh, that might be it.
Yeah, that thing is dope.
He pulls it out. What up? He goes full
Where's the fucking plug?
Alright, you guys have seen us do it so many times, but clutch pedal feels awesome. I love it. We actually had to take my pedal stop completely off to get the full engagement we need for the clutch. We measured everything. It is perfectly in spec. We asked for every measurement we needed and everything checks out. And now, gotta put a little bit of load on it. Oh yeah, there we go. Goes in the gear. Oh, thank God. So it goes in the gear, doesn't hyperextend the bearing, and that's what we needed, so. And it's a perk that the clutch honestly feels awesome.
That's good.
That's a good vibe, so, oh my God. It's been a journey. But now we learned, if you guys are using an adapter kit, make sure you hit up your adapter kit company to see if your clutch is compatible. I know that sounds like such a no shit, no brainer thing, but I would have never guessed that the tolerances of standard fitment clutches could be so dramatic. Like my comp clutch that I was using was like 7 mils shorter
Slimmer.
than the ACT we put in here, which is nuts because if you think about internally sleeved bearing, you only have like 15 millimeters of travel. So think about that. Whatever. So we learned, we prevail, and we live to drift another day.
This weekend.
This weekend, hopefully. Unless I get heat stroke and decide not to go. Because it has been
Hot.
All right, so the coupe works. It's gonna work. We didn't test it out, but I know it's gonna work and I know it's gonna hold up, and it's such a freaking relief. It's such a relief, and I'm so excited. I want to drive this car so bad. This car's so fun to drive. But now that this thing is finally tidied up, we could finally have some free time to work on this thing, because as you guys know, the 350Z needs a clutch, it needs a brake master, it needs a bunch of random stuff we haven't literally had a moment for. And now, since the main steed is good, we could work on the backup horse. Thank God, because this thing is a blast to drive, and well, we need her back on the road. So we don't have much time for the day, but I want to do a simple mod on the FD. I know it might be dumb to film this, but I want you guys to live the full FD experience with me, because this is Jim's dream right here. And this is a big part of it, so check it out. One of the biggest issues with the FD is it's not very tall man friendly. Like, look at me. Do I look ridiculous in this car? I feel a little ridiculous sometimes.
Close.
Yeah, actually I have a decent amount, kind of have it. No, I have headroom. But it's like the legs that kill me in this thing. So we have to make this thing more tall man friendly. And for now, obviously we're not gonna replace the seat. I'd like to, but that's very expensive and it takes a very particular seat. We'll talk about that later, so we're gonna hold off on that. The big thing right now is the leg room. As you can see, the steering wheel is literally touching my legs. It's kind of goofy feeling, it's kind of goofy looking. It's kind of embarrassing, but whatever. So these don't have a tilt column, which means the steering wheel can't go like this, because you'd usually tilt the wheel up. So you're stuck at this. So we need to address this, and the way I want to address it is by putting on a different wheel that actually sits a little bit closer, which allows me to have more leg room, and it allows me kind of just to lean back and drive comfortably, right? So to do that, we have to put an aftermarket wheel on it, which is my favorite. And check it out, we showed this last week. My yellow stitch Nardi, my custom Nardi I ordered like 2 years ago. It took forever to come in. And I know a lot of guys DM me when we showed the custom Nardi for the Chaser, but Nardi like won't let us put any custom orders in because they're already so behind with like normal stock. So I'm sorry, but I don't know if like playing off the yellow too much is tacky.
Shouldn't be more yellow. That yellow is actually really close to.
You're right though. Look at the yellow side.
Close.
Oh, it is really cool. So I kind of want to go OD with it, and this is the car for it. I'm a little worried that a 350, which what this wheel is the 350, that's the size of it, might be a little too big. This thing's probably gonna sit somewhere around here. As you can tell, I finally have some leg room, right? And I do like driving a little more T-Rex arm. Plus, I lean back quite a bit, which allows me to fit better and be more comfortable. So this is like a big mod. Like I know it sounds like a little steering wheel, but like this is a big deal. For street cars, I usually don't really care about using a quick release. I usually like doing like a fixed, oh Steve, nice, fixed hub.
I'll be hearing things, I'll be learning things daily. You guys know
You do pick up really fast. This is the, you know, it has a nice OEM look to it, right? But unfortunately, I ordered the wrong one. It's nice, and the right one is on back order. So, that being said, I decided to, at least for now, go with a quick release steering wheel setup. So as you guys know, Energy is kind of like the go-to best bang for the buck quick releases. We have them on shopjamil.com for any vehicle you need. So if you're looking for a setup, hop below Shop Jamil. But the way we're gonna do this is we have a short hub right here, which is specific to the chassis, right? This is going to bolt onto your steering column, and it's gotta have the right adapter for the hornbeam, and it's also gotta be splined for your steering shaft and also grooved for your clock spring, right? So you can't just get a random short hub. You have to make sure it's specific to your chassis. Right here, Miata, FD, same. So you could bolt the steering wheel right to this thing, right? It's sitting in OEM position, right? And my legs are hitting, pain in the ass. So I'm gonna use a quick release to make up for the difference. And you can get a tall hub. You don't need a quick release, but quick release will make it stick out even farther. It's dope.
No one likes to admit it.
No one likes to admit it, but it's pretty dope. And this thing is literally just gonna bolt to this, right?
Sandwich.
And then this is gonna bolt here. Look at that. Look at all that leg room, T-bone.
Yep.
Love that.
Good for Jim.
Real good for Jim. Ready? Everyone knows this part.
That's it.
That's it. Steering wheel locked. Where's the key? So I know this was a steering wheel install, but look at it. Like now I have room. Like I could actually like use my legs.
And drive the car.
Look at it. Look at it. My legs actually.
Be comfortable.
Look at that.
Nice.
You sit here. Boom, boom. First mod. This is a first mod. It's a big deal.
On the FD.
On the FD. First on the FD. This is monumental. The only thing I'm gonna try though, since we're here, is this is a 350. Let's see how a 330 actually fits in here. Oh, the 330 goes kind of hard in here. The only thing that sucks about 330s is I have such big hands, and so when I have a 330, everyone.
You just look like
it looks kind of
lobster hands.
It looks like I have big ass lobster hands, yeah. But the 330 is kind of the move. I kind of
honestly don't mind that.
I don't hate it either.
Put the 330 in though.
But that yellow stitch.
Yeah, but the yellow stitch. Yeah, get
stitch.
this thing out of here. We don't need it. But if you have an FD, 330 is definitely a possibility. All right, we put it out there. I mean, it looks like it looks dope. I mean, it's nice because like Nardi's came factory in a lot of 90s cars. It's like a brand new piece that looks aftermarket, but almost has like an OEM touch to it. You know,
some period correctness to it.
Yeah, I'd say it, right?
Right.
I'm so sweaty. I love it, dude. First mod, I love it. Every piece that makes me feel more and more like mine, and well, I love it. So, oh, dude, look how good that looks. That looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, buddy.
It's crazy how much like I say it every time. Whatever. Every little piece I put on this thing, it feels more and more like mine, and I love it. Can't wait to get all the parts painted. It's gonna be insane, and I gotta pick wheels for this thing. I'm gonna lose my mind picking wheels for it. I guess Steve already has wheels picked out for me.
I got a couple options for you.
Doesn't sound like a bad idea. So for now, Coop's working. We got a lot of stuff to do to S15 tomorrow. I'm super hyped, and I hope you guys are excited to see the transformation of the FD, because once those things come back from paint, it is gonna be an insanely different car. So for now, I'm gonna go home, edit this. You guys know the deal. Like, comments. Oh wait, don't forget to hop below, Shop Jamil. New merch drop. Of course, we don't have too much, so if you want to get one quick. So you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content.
Steve, have a good night.